Good morning, everybody. I don't know if y'all up eating cereal or what's going on. Everybody's up early this morning. I am. Do I need? I do. I need something. Good morning, everybody. I promise I am an oily fool. You hear me? Good morning, Dave. I'll be getting back to you this morning too, or by the end of the day, little lady. Good morning, Miss Tony, and everyone. Good morning, y'all. What y'all doing up already? It's Saturday. Y'all supposed to be sleeping in. Ain't nobody sleeping in? No? Y'all up? Good morning, Auntie. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We're going to be on Instagram hopefully tomorrow. I'm going to try to do all three. I think I might have to speed up my internet because I got too many devices. I'm thinking that's why we be. Good morning. I slept. You did sleep? Okay. Good. So I want to talk to y'all about something, and I'm going to probably just do this. So for the next 5 days, if y'all come in to watch the rewatch, just for the next 5 days, you up filling up mason jars until you was not playing. Um, I want to do a back to school drive, y'all, and we don't gotta do a lot. I want to do just like 10. I'm gonna have some people send in their kids' school list without the school name on it. Cut that part out. But once y'all get their school list, if y'all open, if everybody just wait. When you do it, do the hashtag back to school if you're gonna do it and send it to Tap9 because I know folks have been feeding these kids this whole summer and it's just expensive. I have 4 kids under the age of 10 and I know how it is when you got to buy backpacks and the expensive calculators and shoes and clothes and drawers and all of that. So I would like to put together maybe 10 or 15 school lists and be able to just send the stuff off of Amazon to a few people. We can't do a lot. Well, it depends on what come in, but if y'all open to it, and it's like $2 if you can or whatever, everything helps. So I'm gonna try to go through Amazon and see if we can get some special pricing or something. So maybe we can get more. But I'd like to bless a couple families with some. And I'm not. I was gonna like have it all sent to me. I'm not. I'm just gonna have everybody when, and we'll have once. I'm gonna talk about it today and tomorrow, and then if you want to give something, just say hashtag back to school drive or whatever. But I want to try to, and I'm gonna just have everybody email their kids. Please don't email your kid's school name. The internet is crazy. Folks be hacking in and stuff. Cut that part off and just put what they need so that I can just go on Amazon and just get that. Don't have no addresses or just screenshot it as close as you can because folks be putting a lot of information about their babies out online and in emails and stuff, and folks hack emails all day. So with that, just don't put your kid's name or none of that. Just put what they need for their school list, and then we'll try to get those sent out to the families that get picked for that. Now we might only pick 2 kids from your family and 2 kids from this family and 2 kids from that family, and so then that's 2 you don't have to buy for. You see what I'm saying? So you might have to buy for the other 2, but you won't have to buy for everybody type stuff so we can hit a couple families. You know what I mean? At least 5 or 6. If we can do 2 kids per 5 or 6 families or whatever, that's like 12, 10 or 12, whatever. So, you know what I mean? That way we can get some help because I know I listen. Ugh. And sometimes you can't make it to the back to school drives because you got to be at work or y'all got stuff that you can't. You might not have transportation to get there to the back to school drives that everybody be having. I know because it seemed like I could never make it to them things. Thank you, Auntie. Okay, thank you to everybody. So I just want to do that because ain't the kids get ready to start school? Some kids already did started school. Some kids already started, or they go back in like within the next week. It don't seem like okay. Parents, auntie, everybody that had kids in the like 70s, 80s, 90s. Do y'all remember when we got out of school in like May and we didn't go back until September? Who remembers that? That we did not go back into school until like September the 3rd or 4th. Do y'all remember that? You remember, Auntie? Y'all, we used to get out like May, because it seemed like we would be out before the May holiday. Or if we did, we only had to go back one day after that, because you would wear that outfit to school for the last day. That's what I did. Whatever that, what is it, Veterans Day or Memorial Day, whatever's in May, whichever one. We got up the next day, and that would be the last day of school, and that is what I was gonna be wearing on the last day. Exactly. Yes. Late August, early September. This is why these kids crazy. They don't get enough time off. We got like 3.5 months for summer. That is enough time to recharge your brain and be able to sit. These kids get 8 weeks. They in school, they near 10 months a year. That's spooky. This why they be stressed out. It's like a puppy mill. Right. After Labor Day starting out before Memorial Day. Yeah. I was just thinking about that because I'm like, didn't the kids just get out? Right. I said they just got out. June 5th, and you got to go back August 5th. That is not a break. That is not summer. Before you get out of your school sleep pattern good, you got to go right back. We took field trips, and a lot of kids don't get them. We did too, honey. I done talked about my elementary school. It was absolutely amazing. I kid y'all not. The elementary school I went to, dope. And God always blessed for me to find an elementary school like that for my kids too. Yeah. hmm But that's why parents have to take their kids on field trips. Mamas in here, they get EBT. Do you know it's so much stuff you can do for free with your kids? If you get EBT, you can get scholarships from the Parks and Recreation, or if you get EBT or Medicaid, you can get scholarships from Parks and Recreation to send your kids to all the soccer classes, the dance classes, the swim classes, and you pay like $25 for like I think it's like 12 weeks. Like they go once or twice a week for $25 for an hour or 2 hours. All your kids. Did you know that? The museums, like if it's expensive to take the kids, like 50, $60 or $30, if you got an EBT card or a Medicaid card, you take it up there and you and your babies can get in for like under $6. Oh yes, honey. Oh yes. It be so much stuff. Listen, there used to be a thing called like indie moms, STL moms. They would tell you all the places where your babies could eat for free, where it was gonna be free play dates, baby. I hit all that stuff. My kids used to be doing all kind of stuff, and I wasn't paying nothing under over $15. They was in soccer and this and whatever else for about $25 every 3 months. I can do that. Parks and Recreation. Look into it. They have scholarships. If you are like low income or receive any type of state assistance, man, you can get all kinds of stuff. Did y'all know? Your kids can be in all kind of stuff for this much money. So if you want some stuff, $2, come on. Look. Yep, you can go there and other places for $2 with food stamps. Come on now. And it's like $40 to get in. If you don't got that, it's like what, $35 a kid, and the adults is stupid. You can spend easily $300 getting in the Indiana Children Museum. Easy. It's expensive. I don't know. It's $25. It ain't cheap. And if you got that food stamp card, you can go for $2. So if you got 5 kids and you and your husband or whatever, there you go. And your kids can see the same thing everybody else. I'm telling you, you do not. My kids did everything everybody else did, but I got it on a budget for one reason or another, because I'm going to look for the loophole. Thank you, Dad. I knew it was one, because I need to get my babies in here. They want to go do this, and you know you ain't about to let me leave out this house. So then I guess you already got it figured out. And he did. If you don't always have the money to take your kids and do extravagant things, mom, look up kids under 12 eat free. Some say with one adult, but some of them it's all the kids. If they under 12, everybody eat free. Then you only got to pay for your stuff. Y'all know about this? Yes. Grandparents. Yeah, grandparents. When you got your grandkids, if you gonna take them to the restaurant anyway, you might as well go to the place where they gonna eat for free. So if they waste it, you ain't sad about it. Ain't about to waste my money. Yep. 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 Excuse me. So this is the thing. When you wise with your, or even just go to look outside of what you would normally do, you find a lot of things you didn't know were sitting right in front of your face. Because I know I was a single mother of 4 kids by the time I was 23. And I was working, and I had an okay job for back then. I made pretty good money. I was doing collections and getting my little bonus checks and whatnot, still busting heads if I needed to. You know what I'm saying? Braiding or whatever. But it's still hard. And a lot of people will try to make you feel like if you ain't spending all this money and doing all of this, that you can't live a good life. I'm here to tell you the exact opposite. You can spend a lot less and still do all those same things. And your children can experience good things. You do not have to go broke trying to prove nothing to nobody. I just want y'all to know that. And I'm gonna keep stressing that for my young folks, because it's a lot of people losing their life trying to live a certain way, putting their lives in jeopardy, being around people that they don't try. No, you don't have to do none of that. Expensive and things like that does not mean good quality. Like, you can have all these expensive things in your house and not still live a quality life. You could be getting choked out, thrown down that good old spiral staircase, treated like an object, cheated on. It ain't no, I mean, you can have it and it can look good, but is it good? One of the things I'm trying to teach y'all around here, even if you old or young, it don't matter, is your quality of life don't, that's not based on the expensive things that you have or the pieces in your house. That's based on when you go to sleep at night, do you feel safe? Are your cabinets stocked? Can you get to work tomorrow? Are you able to sleep peacefully, or are you tossing? That's quality of life, honey. When you can go outside on your porch, and whether you got a dime in your pocket, your bills is paid, your kids is straight, your family cool, your husband, wife cool, you're like, I'll worry about it tomorrow, baby. For right now, everything I need is right here. That's a good quality of life. Good morning. You understand? And God be wanting us to look at the small. This world teaches us big, 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 big. And I promise you it's the exact opposite of that. The more you simplify your life, the better quality of life you have. The more you start to evaluate the people around you and see what they add or either take away from your life, baby, stress levels go down immediately. Because you realize this ain't even my problem. And then you realize, and you ain't never going to change it. So then I need to quit listening to this malarkey. I don't even want to hear about it. Until you're ready to change it, we shouldn't talk about it. Because it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time to keep talking about the same thing over and over. And you're not doing nothing about it. Y'all know we used to exercise, getting dressed, getting up, taking a shower, eating your breakfast, getting dressed, packing all your stuff up, leaving out of your house, locking the door, going to get in your car, turning your car on, sitting there for 10 minutes, turning the car off, and going back in the house. You ain't never going nowhere. I don't care how many times you get dressed. I don't care how many times. If you do not leave out of that driveway, you will see nothing but the door of your house and the yard, whatever you can see doing like this. And you have people in your life, that's what they do every day. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, that's what they're going to do every day. They're going to get up. They are going to get dressed. They are going to act like they are going to change their life, and then they go right back. And they will keep you in a circle, in a cyclone, in a wishy-washy, double-minded mindset if you don't pay attention. See, a lot of my journaling, too, is to know who around me. Because if I can go back a year ago and you was saying this same thing and doing this same thing, you don't get no more of my time. Not for that subject. Now, we can move on to something else. But if I've been talking to you in close proximity and we talk a lot and I kind of just jot down notes about things that it might have been a prayer you asked me to pray or whatever it is, and then I see that we keep having the same interaction, absolutely not. I will start to win myself. Family, friends, work, I don't care. Because my quality of life and the peace that I have is more valuable than anything. You hear me? It's more valuable than anything, my peace. Who feels like that now? Or maybe you've always felt like that, but maybe now since you've been studying and kind of folks just fall off because they don't want to keep hearing about giants and genetics and medicine being witchcraft and all of that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Ain't it crazy how God run all them people away? That's why he said, oh, get with me. You won't have to worry about none of that. Because they ain't going to want to hear what you're talking about anyway. They're not going to want to hear it. They're not going to want to listen to it. You're very aware now. Good job. So let me ask you a question. Thank you so much. Let me ask you a question. I got my sister reading the book of Jasher. She was against it at first. Come. Did you put your arm up? Or did you get your hammer in? Yeah, y'all know the song. We'll knock him knuckle out. We'll hear buzzer. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's one of our other themes. So we outside, and that's another theme song we got. Uh-huh. Yes, baby. Don't it feel good? Who likes the excitement in a person? Like, what do you do when you get the reaction when you know you done blown a person's mind with what you tell them? Excuse me. Do it make your toes wiggle when you tell them something that they didn't know and it finally clicks? Like, wait a minute, what? She was trying to take my book. Like, no, ma'am. It feel good to me. I told y'all they was gonna be trying to steal y'all books. See, y'all thought I was lying last year when I said, okay, guard them, because they'll walk off. Or they'll borrow them, and then every time you go to get them, they can't find them. Who got people that be trying to take their books? I keep my books hidden in my room. Who gonna steal them? Who gotta hide their books? Or you didn't have to buy people books because you don't want them coming to get yours. Too many of my books walk away. I don't lend books. Come on now. Me either. I try to buy it for you so you can have your own copy because I'm gonna need my stuff. Anybody else got books? Folks don't want to give your books back. My books in my room, and I don't let people in here. PDFs. Like, oh, okay. Don't want my kids to write in them. I know. Oh, okay, yeah. If you got little babies, definitely. I got a free set of books. I ordered mine, so I gave them to my daughter. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Me, I bought 4 sets of the OTP and gave them out. Come on, Mama C. Drama. Putting it up. Listen here. I want my you said your son got one. He don't think you know he got it. You want your stuff. My baby ripped the front page of my OTP. Oh, yeah. That part. That part. Wait a minute. What did he say, Auntie? Let me see what you got over here on this shelf to read. Boy, if you don't get out my room, okay? And look at them. Look how they be wanting to be all in your stuff, though. Now they be wanting to be. You probably didn't have that bookshelf forever. But now that Mama can connect every single one of them books to a movie that they watch, oh, now they want to look in there and peek and see what you got. Husbands thumbing through your book and everything because they done heard you talk about something and went and watched the movie and the words popped up and they like making sure you didn't hear it. Like, man, nah. And then it be something else. So before you know it, they didn't set up in a chair like this. When you start watching movies all the way up to the TV? Nah, because you know what's crazy? Remember you was talking about, why is it in here? Is it? No. You sure? Oh, my 14-year-old has started buying himself books. Come on. Tell me the kids ain't watching. Tell me the kids. I already know they is because my little baby, I can't, don't kill me. Y'all know my little baby. She said, I want a journal and some books and stuff too now. I want a journal and some pens so I could take notes in class. She was 5 or 4. She was little. Maybe 6. I don't know. I think she used to be like, I'm in here. My grandma don't know I'm in here. Remember when we used to have Zooms? She'll be and took her grandma's tablet and go in the other room and say, my grandma don't know. But when her grandma be in there, she'll turn the mute on. As soon as she'll see, remember y'all, we used to see her walking. She'll see her grandma. She'll be like, I'm in the class. Hello. 5 years old, 4 years old, hit that mute button as soon as her grandma. That's how you know they come in here knowing. Y'all remember? Oh, she used to tickle me, baby. Every soon she'll be in there. She'll wait till that grandma get good and out that thing. She say, I'm in here. Can y'all hear me? I'm talking. And then as soon as her grandma comes, she'll mute the phone. Because she can see her grandma on the tablet. She can hear her, but she can see her grandma moving around on the tablet. Yes. These dad kids is too smart, baby. I said that is hilarious. These little kids is crazy. Yes. Yes, we used to have a lot of babies in the class, and they would be asking questions. Y'all want to know what's funny? As a little kid, I wanted to be a Sunday school teacher, of course. That was my ultimate goal in the church service. At 7, I was ready to teach the class. I think I was ready to be a Sunday school teacher about 8, for real. So y'all want to hear something crazy, and then I don't know. I'm not up teaching anything. I don't have anything. I just wanted to see what y'all was doing because I slept real good. I'm probably about to take these braids down and shampoo my hair though, cause ooh wee, my scalp white, and I need to put some color on this, cause I'm just waiting for this all to go white, and once it do, I'm gonna have gray and then a color on my locks. Always it'll be gray and green, gray and black, gray and red, gray and yellow, gray and purple, gray, purple, pink, and yellow. I don't know. I just need it to all come in gray. I need it to go on and do what it's gonna do. That's what I'm waiting on. But I want to tell y'all something. In 2005 or 2006, I had a spiritual experience that scared the holy hell out of me. Okay, you hear me? And I want to tell y'all about it. So I was living in Indianapolis, and one night I had been having just kind of weird feelings like death was close to me. It was just a lot going on in my life at this time, and my youngest 2 kids were 3 and 4. Okay, so ooh, and it's so crazy because I just thought about this last night. I said I'm definitely gonna share that, and I hadn't thought about this in forever. You know, you just go through a lot of stuff and you just forget. It be so much. So there was a lot of stuff that was going on in my life, but I ain't gonna lie, I kept feeling like I was about to die. That's what I kept feeling like. It was just weird. It was just everywhere. It was just all around me. Like, this is crazy. Like, it was just weird. Has anybody else ever had that feeling? Maybe because you moving wrong, or maybe because you just know. You like, it make you paranoid. You be like, damn, what is going on here? Right? Okay, so I'm not the only one. Okay, so y'all know what I'm talking about. So it's like late summer 2006, probably late summer 2006, because it was about to be my baby's birthdays and right after my baby's birthdays, and they're both like fall babies, right? My 2 youngest. So I get them in a tub, get them sleep, put them in a bed, and I go run a tub of water. I'm a bath person, y'all. I will take 10 baths in a day. If I feel crazy, I don't care. I'm gonna run that tub every time. Anyway, because it helps me think. I'll be feeling Percy Jackson just a little bit, as long as I get in some water, I'll be okay. So with that, I run my bath, and at the time I was getting busy, you know what I'm saying? The whole cigar issue, right? I would have that together, had that on the side of the tub. Y'all know the deal. Especially back in 2005, having my candles lit, the whole nine. I'm in there chilling, thinking about my day, reading a book, whatever. Okay. So I lay down in the water, and you know how you kind of just close your eyes for a minute, just to kind of woosah, like that final, like your at rest breath when you get in the tub, or you just like when you finally get in the bed and lay down, and it's time to just take all that off, right? Y'all, I exhaled, opened my eyes, and when I looked down at the water, y'all want to know what I saw? The reflection. Now, I'm in the bathroom. There's nothing on the ceiling. Nothing. It's candles in this bathroom. There's nothing on the ceiling. There's nothing to reflect down. No, nothing on this water. Do y'all know? Ooh. I opened my eyes and looked down at the water, and the reflection that I saw in the water was me looking up through a hole in the ground, and I was in a cemetery. So imagine You only look. So I'm in the tub. So I'm laying. Oh my God! I'm laying down, and when I look down on the water, I'm actually looking up out of the ground, and I can see all. Oh my Lord! I can see all the headstones around. Oh my God! I can see all the headstones. I can see birds perched on top of the headstones. I can see the bottoms of the trees, y'all. But I'm looking down. But I'm looking. When I say I threw my cigarettes in the trash, in the toilet. I jumped up out the water, I was like, and through all, you hear me? I was looking down, but I was looking up, and I was already like, it was weird. When I say like, oh my God, and it was like God was like, either you gonna work, you gonna be here and do what I tell you to do, or you not. That is one of the scariest things, and I didn't experience some spooky stuff. But when I tell you to open my eyes and look down, and I see myself looking up through a hole in the freaking ground, and I'm in a freaking cemetery. I'm 26 years old. But guess what? That wasn't the first time I felt the spirit of death. The first time I felt it, I was 14 for sure. And I told y'all this, I was going through a situation. I was living with these people, and I had got sick, and I hadn't been able to get out. I would have to like crawl to the bathroom. It was crazy. Like, and I'm with these older people. I'm 14. And I kept feeling like I was going to die. And I would just cry. And on the last day, before I felt like I couldn't go no more, I kept feeling somebody playing with my toes. But I couldn't open my, Jesus, I couldn't open my eyes good enough because I was so sick. When I finally opened my eyes, it was a black shadow sitting I'm 14. This was November of 1994. I'm sitting and it's a shadow down there playing with my feet. Y'all, oh, Jesus. Tears started to, because I couldn't move. I was so sick I couldn't even move. Tears started to flow from, and when I tell you, you teach your kids to pray, I had a praying grandmother. My grandmother's pastor. I know they took me to midnight prayer, and even if I didn't know how, baby, listening to that all them years I learned. I just started praying, God, please not today. God, please not today. And when I closed my eyes and opened my eyes, the spirit was gone. God, I said, God, give me power to get up and get to the bathroom. I crawled to the bathroom. I kid you not. I crawled to the bathroom. The people that I was with, they was getting ready to go to a CVS. I said, I want to go. I could barely walk to the bathroom. I'm talking about I'm 14. I'm messed up. They get me in a car. I got a wig on, hair matted underneath there because I'm sick. I just been barely getting to the bathroom, getting in the tub, crawling out, not even drying off. Like, it was crazy. I get my auntie works at a hospital. I'm telling y'all, my auntie worked at this hospital across from this CVS. It's cold. I ain't got no jacket on. Listen, when I tell y'all, it was not, thank you, Jesus. It was nothing but the grace of God that I was able to get out of that car, walk across the parking lot, across a busy street to the emergency room where my auntie was a janitor. Jesus, I promise you this. The man who had said he was going to kill me, when I got to, you know how like the emergency thing where the ambulance pull up, it's always like some big posts, but you can run through there too if it ain't no thing. Why, as soon as I got to the door, this man pulled up in front of the emergency room door. I froze because I didn't seen this. I didn't seen some stuff here. But he was pulling his nephew out of the car. The house that I had just left, the nephew opened the back door and somebody had a gauge right there and let loose. Soon as he opened up the door. I was just sitting in there. So he saw me, but he didn't see me because they are taking this man out of the car and running him in. It's like 5 people carrying him. It's y'all, if you know, you know. Okay. Okay. This is the early 90s. Be mindful of that. Y'all know what was going on then, back then. It was real Bloods and Crips. The whole nine. It was real, okay? So he does a double take and he sees me. But they trying to get him whatever. So I get to the desk, the help desk, and I say, can you page this person, please, and have them come down? Can you say that it's this person? My auntie come down, and I'm like leaned on the thing, and she like, what's wrong? I'm sick. She she gone, so I can tell the story now. She lies because my mother has cut me off my insurance and says I'm one of her kids, and they admit me, and they start running all these tests. You know what these doctors told my auntie? Like 3.5 hours after I got there for, they said if she wouldn't have made it here in 24 hours, her immune system would have shut down and she would have died. I was literally sick unto death, and death came and sat at my feet at 14 years old in 1994 and played with my toes. Now, I didn't find out, medical people, y'all know this. I didn't find out until I was well into my 20s, maybe even 30s, that people that work in the medical field, they know a person is going to die by their feet. And I start hearing them say, oh, yeah, death starts at the feet. We know when they're going to go because then the circulation in the feet is not, wait, come back. What? It makes sense because what is the bottom of your feet called? Your soul is about to leave your body, but your breath of your body don't leave through your feet. The last breath that you take, it go out your mouth. So it's, oh Jesus, it's traveling up from your feet and it's gonna leave, but there won't be no more circulation there. That breath, the oxygen is not going to the sole of your feet anymore. Your soul leaves through your nose and your nostrils. So it's crazy that they know that the soul is creeping up the body because it won't. Oh, Jesus. I said, oh, God, wait a minute. Hold on. What? Is y'all getting this? You think God just had that happen for no reason? The death starts at the feet, but the last breath that you take is coming here? It's leaving. There will be no more circulation of blood and oxygen to your feet. To the soul. You won't need oxygen. I said, wait, this be big. And see, this is why I don't got no friends, because people, they don't want to hear this stuff. Because this, especially when I get my good, you're fired. Let me get some of that. It's over. I'm going to be like, so have you ever thought about how many different, and then if you think about it on a micro level or a cellular level, just think about how many, they'd be like, oh God, I'm about to go to sleep. I'll call you in the morning. Okay, never mind, because I'm just going to write this down, because has anybody even ever thought about this before? I mean, you're tripping. And Right. We ain't gonna forget. Wow. I'm just saying. Isn't that crazy? When you really start to think about how much time God took into creating humans and the whole human experience, you will stop complaining because you'll just see his majesty in every single thing. You will see his majesty in every, your mind will be, listen, study the animal kingdom, study the plant kingdom and all of the life, mind blown. I did it. I'm telling you, and I ain't got through all of them, but I was like, oh my God, like, wait a minute, this looks just like a monkey. This looks like a female's body part, and this looks like a male's part. Wait a minute, I know this flower look like my cousin. Literally. Like a whole flower that looked like a honeycomb. Really. So you just replicated everything everywhere. Have you ever seen somebody with enlarged pores? Have you? If you've ever seen a person with enlarged pores, if you take that and do a thing, it look like a honeycomb too. Your skin under a microscope, your pores look like a honeycomb too. And the dirt and everything that build up in there is just like wax or honey being built up. Sometimes it's a solid, sometimes it's a liquid. You don't think that's weird? That your tears on a microscope look exactly like snowflakes. Or ice crystals. Ice crystals, excuse me. They look like ice crystals. But if you see a tear drop, then they splat out like, listen, you're going to see his patterns in everything. Anita McPherson or whatever, did y'all go watch that? I need y'all to go watch that whole thing. That's homework for today. No movies. I need you to watch this message because when I tell you it will change your life, oh, I can't even do it. I think I put one of her things on my hold on. I need to It was all the way at the beginning. At the beginning of this story. Uh-huh. Anita Phillips. Dr. Anita Phillips.
The day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. This is very important because we see all throughout Scripture how critical it is to recognize God as a generational God. And so we constantly see so and so begat, so and so begat, so and so begat, so and so begat, and you skip that part. But it's important for us to know where we're coming from and how we got there. But we don't begin to.
Dr. Anita Phillips, just type in "we are plants." When I tell you it's mind blowing, let me see if I can find it where she.
Rain upon the earth, and there was not of the ground, the heavens and the earth. According to my Bible, we are literally descendants of the ground. And this is critical because in the book of Revelation, this is a Bible.
Y'all want to hear this real quick? Okay, so listen.
Something has descended from the earth. We constantly see so and so begat, so and so begat, so and so begat, so and so begat, and you skip that part. But it's important for us to know where we're coming from and how we got there. But we don't begin talking about generations with people. We begin talking about it here. These are the generations of the heavens and the earth. So something has descended from the earth. Every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew. For the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. So there was no rain, nobody.
Did you hear that? It had never rained, but the plants was already growing. It had never rained because the first time it rained was at the flood.
He planted anything, but those plants grew out of the earth at his word. But there went up a mist from the earth, there's that water, and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. Howbeit that at the end of the list of the generations of the heavens and the earth, we find ourselves. We are the last generation of the heavens and the earth. According to my Bible,
here in Africa, we bury the kings and we plant them.
And this is critical because in the book of Revelation, this is a Bible-filled church, so I know you know what the word says, that we shall inherit what? A new heaven and a new earth. You don't inherit what you don't come in the family line for. And so we are the last generations of the heavens and the earth. Baby, we're plants. It's not an analogy. It's not a metaphor. It says it on there. I believe the literal word of God. So if it says I'm a plant, I'm a plant.
That's why this chlorophyll working for me.
That may be a little difficult for some of you to fully conceptualize, because sometimes we've been in church so long, so many Bible stories, so much Sunday school. We call them stories and start to think it's fiction, but it's not fiction. I believe the word of God is literally true. And so what it tells me, I believe that Noah built that ark. I believe two animals by two walked in. I believe that Jesus came wrapped in flesh, died and rose from the dead. I believe the literal word of God. And so if it says I'm a plant, baby, I'm a plant. However, let me help you. I brought an illustration to help you. Where's my slide? I only brought one slide. Look at this. On your left, you see a seed, a plant springing forth from the ground. Everybody recognize it? But what is that on the right? It's a brain cell. It's a neuron. For my science geeks, it's a multipolar. And so if it says I'm a plant, baby, I'm a plant. Look at this. On your left, you see a seed, a plant springing forth from the ground. Everybody recognize it? But what is that on the right? It's a brain cell. It's a neuron. For my science geeks, it's a multipolar neuron.
When I tell you, if you watch that, it is going to blow your mind. That's the homework for today. And take notes, please. She's a very smart lady. And she's a real doctor. She's a therapist in real life. Either a psychiatrist or psychologist, or maybe both. I don't know. She's real smart. I think, and she's a medical doctor too. Like she's like a brain doc, a head doctor and a body doctor, I think. But I would love for y'all. I want to get y'all feedback on that. Anita Phillips, Dr. Anita Phillips, and just type in like "We Are Plants," Dr. Anita Phillips. It'll come up on YouTube. Who's even blown away just to see that little bit? That our neurons look exactly how a seed does when it after the seed starts to sprout. Exactly. Mind blowing. Now you understand why sowing and reaping has so much to do with us. Gardening and the like. Mm-hmm. So we do science over here. We do everything. Do you guys see? Do you see? We study everything. I bet you never thought you'd be studying neurons and all those things. You probably never thought that would you would, except for Jimmy. making sure he ain't saying nothing the kids ain't supposed to be watching, but you probably didn't think he was gonna be worried about none of that. It's a university, it definitely is, and we have several areas of study that we go over daily, several times a day. Mhm. So I probably won't see y'all till this evening because I'm gonna take my hair down and get my life together, shampoo. We got a day off. Y'all can chill. I really do want y'all to watch that. I want y'all to take notes. I want y'all to share it once you watch it. Don't share it in the middle. Now, I think towards the last like 10 or 15 minutes, is you know how they do at church. But, and you might have to fast forward it to like minute 15 or something. You'll get it when she starts preaching, but watch, yeah, self care Saturday, definitely. I'm gonna soak my feet, do my hair, and get my life together. Cause y'all have me on here a lot, and so then I need to do what I gotta do sometimes. The bare minimum, at least, the bare minimum. But Tadna Place. If you want to give to the back to school drive, you just type in hashtag back to school drive, and it's whatever you got $1, $2, it ain't nothing. But we want to try. Where I'm gonna have once we get like I'm a 5 days, and we don't drag stuff out. 5 days, the next 5 days, whatever come through for back to school drive to Tatnall Place. Um, who? It's on YouTube, Miss Yulima, Miss Allen. So we're gonna do hashtag back to school, and then whatever comes in the next 5 days, I'm gonna have a couple parents send in their kids' school list, and we probably won't do all the kids. It just depends. Like I'm gonna try to do a couple families, and we might not be able to do all your kids, but we might be able to do one or two from your family, and one or two. And I'm just gonna have you have your address, and then we'll just send what's on the list from Amazon to you for the babies. Because I know it's crazy. We can't do a whole. Well, I can't say what we. I ain't gonna say what we can't do. We'll know what we can do here shortly. We'll be able to see what we can do and how many and whatnot. Yeah, yeah. And you can send that to Tell Our Place. So that's what we're gonna do. We can't help everybody, but if we can help 2 or 3 families, that's still somebody didn't have to be stressed about it. That's how I be looking at it. So that's what we're gonna do here. We can do it. You right, Jazzy man. We can, and we do. We move. Listen, y'all. I be trying to tell y'all. God allows us to help a lot. He do. And I'm grateful. And we can't give out large amounts, but we get to assist a lot of people. Does that make sense? We can't pay your whole thing, but we can help you knock that balance down. We can, you know what I'm saying? We can help a little bit to relieve some of your stress. That you know, and that sometimes be all you need. You know what I mean? It's not just as high as it was, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever. Sometimes that lets you breathe another day. You know what I'm saying? There's a food shortage in Texas right now. Is it, Miss Janice? Really? Thank you for telling us. And people think we crazy. Yes, Miss Phaedra, you're right. You said yes, ma'am. Oh, you already know about it. Yeah, my big brother's a truck driver, and people I know that live there. Oh, is we fear mongering now, family? How many people laughed at you last year when you was buying dehydrated food? You also in Texas? It's not the quality, the quality. Huh? How many people laughed at y'all last year when y'all was buying water filtration until they said 50% of the water was bad in America? How many people laughed at you for buying gas masks, and then all around the country in several places they said that the air was worse in the world and whatnot? You've been telling people and they just now believe in you. A lot laughed and said you was part of a code. And now they want to be part of the code too. A whole lot of people. Look, now they want in, don't they? Your whole family. They still laughing. That's okay. Your friends get nervous and won't listen. I work at the produce department. Quality has definitely been a serious issue. Not getting shipped here. Mine keeps saying nothing about to happen. Asking for my Amazon list so they can figure out what I got. Are you serious? Laugh now, cry later. Come on. They say you crazy. I know one person in your family don't think you is. Miss Allen. You've asked me for my gas mask when the air quality was bad in Philly. No, they didn't, Mama. See drama. So the same people that laughed at you wanted to know if they could use your stuff. If they could have borrow it, because they don't got no light bulbs at their house. And the one flashlight that they got ain't solar powered. You mean like that? So your kids skipping through the house doing everything they would normally do. And you can hear everybody in the neighbor house, kids crying because they in the dark, you mean? Can I borrow it? They might not give it back. Oh, no. Yeah, no, we don't. I can tell you where to go get your own stuff. Didn't I tell y'all? I got to go to the bathroom. Didn't I tell y'all it was going to happen? And I ain't saying it like I told you so. You don't have to believe it for it to really happen. It's still going to happen. It's still going to happen whether you believe it's going to happen or not. It's still going to happen. So you might want to be prepared. Oh, sorry. I know I've been up for a couple hours. Actually, I've been up since like 4 or something. It was like 4:56 or something. What happened? I get told I know where to come. No, you don't. Mm-mm. I don't know where you're gonna be. Cause you didn't have a sad face when you was out spending your money. I've been telling you, and so I don't have to look at your sad face. You can't come here if you choosing to spend your money. You making your choice now. Only if your kids is gonna be warm, hungry, in the dark, in the light, able to eat or whatever. You making your choice right now. You are making your choice right now, honey. Yeah, you making your choice right now. I'm scraping and not buying and not shopping and not doing all this, trying to get my survival stuff. And you think big balling, buying 10 bottles of Casamigos a weekend and whatever do say or whatever, and turning up and getting your nails and hair done, and I'm around here looking like Haggard trying to figure out how to do my own to make sure I could go buy a can of dehydrated meat. No, we're not gonna be able to do none of that. Going on vacation, exactly. Buying stuff you don't need that ain't valuable. Crazy and prepared though. Come on, India. Crazy and prepared. Just make sure you put prepared on the end of it. I'll be crazy, but make sure you put prepared on the end of it. Anzu, please and thank you. Did you see what she said? She said they called me crazy until they needed to use it because the air quality in Philadelphia was bad, and I already had a gas mask, and they was looking for one basically. Now I need to let you use my stuff. No, I can send you where you need to get your own. And I told y'all I'm not gonna feel bad. I'm not. Because the warning came. That's why the Bible says I'm only talking to the people that's listening. The others, I'm not talking to them. That's why I'm not gonna be arguing with nobody. Look, do what you want to do. Go sit over there with the people that feel like they don't have to get prepared too. Y'all all go sit in a group over there. And don't be looking over here with hungry eyes, cold eyes, nothing. Because you got the same. Oh no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm, honey. It's so many people that's been telling me that for years. And I said, why would you think that I would let you come to my house when you could be buying your own stuff? Oh no, I'm just gonna come to your house. Oh no, you're not. So you wouldn't let me come there? No, because you had the same opportunity. You're literally telling me I'm not gonna prepare. I'm just gonna let you prepare, and then I'm gonna come and live off what you did, and I'm gonna live my life. Oh, bet. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest. So then I don't have to feel bad at all when you come here crying and screaming, trying to call me bad, because I know you're bad. You're a bad person because you had the same warning I had, and you chose to let your kids go hungry. You chose to let your husband not be warm. You chose to not do the thing. So that ain't on me. That's on you. I do not have to feel bad to see one tear, baby. I'm not even going to look at them. For what? How many times did I send you the links? How many times did I send you the news clippings of what they said? How many times did you look on the news and see it was blackouts and food was spoiling? I mean, was you not here for the 2020 issue? Oh, okay. So what was I going to do? Come on. Come on. You had more than I had and still didn't. Come on, Dave. You had more money, more access to things than I did, and you didn't prepare. And now I'm supposed to give you my stuff. What did you spend your money on? Okay. What you spend your money on? Just went to Dollar Tree and found their shelf stable milk to add to the stash. Come on. Come on. Right on. Just stop talking to my family and friends. I tell strangers and they listen. Come on, Danielle. That part. It'd be the people that have more money than you to say they coming to your house instead of going and spending it on what they gonna need. I've been buying everything you said to get, and I thank God for you, CERCA. Come on, true to myself. Thank God for God, girl. I'm just the conduit. I want nobody to be, listen, y'all got kids, grandkids, elderly parents, all of these different things. Americans are so comfortable. We ain't never had to live without all of that stuff. And we be so caught up in what we want to see and what we think our life is going to be and how fabulous we're going to be that we don't pay attention to what's going on around us. This is why we always caught off guard and on TV crying. I don't want y'all babies to have to suffer. I don't want y'all babies to have to be scared. I don't want y'all husbands and wives to have to go put themselves in a situation where they gotta, because this is the thing for the folks that's saying, oh, I'm just gonna run up in somebody else's house or whatever. Well, you do realize you gotta leave your nest open to go get in somebody else's nest, right? And it probably is going to be a bigger monster than you. So I suggest instead of putting yourself and having to leave your family open because you thinking you creeping somewhere, because the same way you've been watching somebody been watching you. So please don't let that be your mentality of I'm a just, because the moment you leave your nest open, it's going to be a bigger bird swooping down on your babies, trying to get your stash. So that way you don't have to do that. Just get your stash so you can stay in the house and you can protect your babies, your wife, your husband, and your son. You ain't got to even be out in the chaos if you prepare now. Have y'all not seen all the movies where they find a house that's fully stocked or whatever because the person then went out trying to find something and they get in there and be eating and taking baths and finding clothes and okay. I don't even look at the government alien conference. For what? The Bible says you never know when you entertain the angel. The aliens been here. What is an angel? An angel comes from another dimension. Where do aliens come from? Where do they tell us they come from? And if it tell us that you never know when you outer space, and if it say that you never know that you entertaining one, that means that an alien can look just like me. And God says He has sent his angels to protect you. So have aliens always already been here? How many times have you seen a person, the car was supposed to go off, they was drowned and whatever, and they said it was a man or a woman in the fire that snatched them out and nobody else saw it but them? What would you call that? The man in the red shirt, the man in the overalls, the lady that pulled the baby out the car, but everybody sitting on the outside of the thing ain't seen none of that. The fireman that came and got her out, all of a sudden the off-duty police officer that nobody seen the car, but they seen the lady getting down. I mean, but it's good angel. Okay. Do we not read in the Bible that the angels used to be walking with the regular people? Didn't the angel come visit Mary and Moses and all of these other people? How do y'all think they look when they came? Some of them came in their original form, but some people was walking with angels and they didn't even know. They thought it was just a random person on the road. You've encountered angels and don't know it. Okay? Okay. So then aliens have been here. So are they telling us anything new? When the Bible tells us that there are forces of darkness from other realms, what have they been telling us this whole time? That there's what on the planet? It says the princes of darkness and principalities in high places. High, like higher than earth. So have aliens already been here? Yes. And did we already really know that? Yes. So they ain't telling us nothing new. Who remembers me saying if you wait till the news to tell you it's already too late? They're telling you what we already know. Now, who went back and watched his dark materials? Let's see. We knew this was gonna come in handy. I don't know how you knew it, see, but you. Who went and watched this show? The show. My auntie got me an alethiometer, y'all. Look, it got the golden compass on one side and the alethiometer on the other side. Look at that. I mean, the golden compass and his dark materials. Thank you, auntie. Y'all want to see my alethiometer? Look at it. If you ever seen the golden compass, you'll know. And it's a real stop. Clock watch. You know what I mean? It's got all the stuff. Isn't that the coolest thing? It's a real alethiometer. It's got the baby and everything on it. It's so cool. A stranger asked me for a few dollars yesterday, and God gave it back to me 100-fold. We just talked about it. We just talked about it. That's confirmation of what we just talked about yesterday. And the day before that, who was here for the class? Come on now. Congratulations. Auntie, somebody, a homeless person asked